Hey there. Welcome back to another episode of Gas Under Pressure. Hey, I got to say that the interview that we did, man alive, did we get a great amount of response from that. There were so many people commenting and a lot of people saying, man, we really like that. Do more of these in the future. I've heard you, and I will be. So there's going to be some meetups at Corsicana. I've got some other people that have got some pretty impressive collections that have reached out to me and say, man, I would love to do an episode with you with showing some of my rare stuff. And I'm like, hey, I'm all about that. So look forward to a couple more of those coming up. It's just going to be, some of those people, they're a little far away from me. So it'll be a challenge to see how exactly we meet up and everything. But nonetheless, that will happen. So stay tuned for those coming up. Today, try to have something that's sort of topical for the weather here because it is 55 out. It's actually very comfortable, and I'm not in any big hurry to have the heat from Texas coming back. So I can stay 55 year round, far as I'm concerned. But anyway. What we have here is a Coleman Focus 5 propane radiant heater. You can see here it has adjustable input from 3,500 to 5,000 BTU. Some people don't really realize what this actually means, adjustable input. So this is the calorific value of the fuel going into the burner, not what's coming out. And everything's rated in input. So one thing you can do is that if you know how much or roughly how much calorific content a bottle of propane like that has, and you know that if this has like, I'm going to give you easy round numbers for me, right? If this has 10,000 BTU in it, which it has obviously far more than that, but nonetheless, if you ran it at 5,000 BTU and this has 10,000 BTU of calorific content, you would know that you'd be able to run this heater for 2 hours. So I think it's, you can check the math on me, whatever this happens to be, it's going to run longer than that. But anyway, this is kind of an old school kind of radiant heater here. It's got a stainless steel mesh ball here that the fire burns behind, and then it glows very bright red, and then this parabolic reflector throws the heat out, and this shield right here keeps it from burning the floor, right? So it actually works really well on any kind of surface. It does not heat the floor, and I've been told this is a favorite of ice fishermen because it does not melt the ice where it sits, so it keeps it away. And this is also adjustable to point up at you, so you can have it pointed more at your face or down more at your legs. So so there you go. That's how that works. I like here, the lighted burner is red hot, you'll see that later, and capable of igniting combustible items located too close to the burner. Indeed, that is very true. So this is one of the cheaper ones. The fancy ones have got a spark igniter right here, and you turn it on, you hit the sparker, and off you go. This one, we got to use a match. And there is a small hole. Where is it? Yeah, there's a little hole right here, so that way that fire can get in there and light it up, because otherwise, you know, fire can't penetrate through a mesh. So the next trick you got to do is you got to screw onto that thing, which is way down in there, along with some little spiderweb nests, but you know, don't look at those. But what you have, this fitting down there is aluminum, and this is steel, and you know, aluminum, steel, they don't get along very well, and they gall pretty easily. And this is why I decided to kind of show you guys here on how to do this. I mean, there's not really any great way on how to do it other than I do it like this. I get it kind of settled down on there, and then I'll kind of run it a little bit backwards until I feel it drop into the thread. And then I very carefully let it screw itself on there, and then there we go, success. It's really easy to cross thread, folks, so be very, very careful of that, because if you cross thread it, you're not going to go anywhere with it. So and I believe, let's see, the lighting instructions here, I believe they talk about lighting it on high, I believe is what it says. Yeah. Oh no, push wheel down, yeah, turn to high. There you go. It also says, do not use connected to a remote propane supply. So if you're doing that, man, you're a rebel. Okay, so let's get this thing going. Use my little new torch here. of course, there she goes. And then we're just gonna turn this to high, point this here, and it should just take right off. These are, again, they're super easy to light. They're very effective. They really throw the heat. I mean, not only, even though this is a vertical kind of arrangement here, it does throw it off to the side a certain amount. Not a whole lot, but it does a bit. But you can see that, yeah, it's really quite red hot, and you can see the whole thing is glowing there, and it's very, very warm on my face. So, and it'll throw that heat a long way away. So yeah, you can really stay nice and toasty with this one. And you know, you can find these around still. They're usually going for pretty cheap. Sometimes they go for a lot, so don't go around spending, you know, $150 on one of these, because you should be able to find them relatively inexpensive. I would consider a good deal on one of these be about 35 bucks for the non-instant starter one. But that's pretty much it. I mean, so we've got it started on high. We'll back it down to low, and you'll see it gets a little quieter, it gets a little dimmer. One other interesting side effect of this at night, it really throws a very red, orange-red glow onto wherever you're at. So if you're looking to have heat without a whole lot of light, this may not be the one for you, because it is actually quite bright when it's dark out, and it's quite bright here even with all the lights on. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much else to show about this, so this is just kind of a quickie little light up here so you can kind of see how it works, and they're excellent. These are great for sitting on the porch on a cool evening in front of you and just kind of staying warm and enjoying the evening, and we do that pretty frequently. But that's all I have for you, so until next time, keep them lit.